Man, about that time, man. About that time of the year. Trying to get back on these video, man. Took a little break. You know what I'm saying? But I made a video about Texas, you know what I'm saying, and all that. And Orange Man and Gunner started. But now it's time to talk about, Georgia. Then I'm get to the records and all that, my record predictions and conference SEC championship prediction and all that, But I gotta say, I've been thinking about that video with like Georgia wide receiver room. Like I say, last year it was hard to watch. Most droughts in college football. The most droughts in Georgia history. It was hard to watch, man. And granted that Kobe Young got suspended. He was on pace to have a pretty solid season, you know what I'm saying, if you really look at the stats. He was coming along, in the past few, to the Auburn game, Alabama game. He was on pace to have about 750 yards, 7 touchdowns, 7 and 10 touchdowns, that's a pretty solid year, first year in the system, but now he's coming back from suspension, which was crazy how it all happened anyway. But yeah, he's back now. Maybe he could have a 800-yard year, maybe 1,000-yard year if he play all the games, But Noah Thomas was Texas A&M best wide receiver. The game played him on the overall. NCAA 26 played him on overall. Because if he was still on Texas A&M, he'd probably been 90 overall. But I guess since he come to Georgia, he 86 overall. But talking real live now. But yeah, he was Texas A&M best wide receiver. The way he did in the Auburn game, the catches he made in the Auburn game, that was crazy. Where he made some crazy catches in the Auburn game. And now you got Kobe Young and Noah Thomas on the same side or opposite side, basically the same position, wide receiver, at 6'5", 6'6", and 6'4", 6'5"-ish. That can really help a quarterback. Definitely, somebody like Gunner Stockton, who's not experienced game time wise, practice wise, he's very experienced, but game time, he's not experienced. But that could really help you have to put it where they can go get it. It could bail you out when a bad throw can bail you out with a good wingspan. You know what I'm saying? A good wingspan could bail a bad throw out a lot of times. It happens a lot. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like a 5'11" wide receiver is probably an interception. But the 6'3", 6'4" wide receiver, he at least get his hands on it and it'd be an incomplete pass or it could be a catch. You know what I'm saying? But now you add the fact that, like I said, you got Zachariah Branch, who, don't forget, man, Zachariah, this is the main video I really want to make. It's really about him. But Zachariah Branch, 5-star plus, #1 wide receiver, top 10 player. He was a 5-star on every recruiting site. And #1, #2 wide receiver on every recruiting site. Went to USC, had a few good plays. Last year, the LSU game, looked like he was going to have a Fred Biletnikoff type year. You know what I'm saying? Multiple awards, finalist type year. Then he got hurt. I think he's hurt his ankle or something, lower body or hamstring, something, whatever. And he missed like 5-6 games, and he just went by the wayside. Then he transfers to Georgia. You know what I'm saying? He ain't been talked about. But think about it. Zachariah Branch could change Georgia program. And I ain't want to put it all on his shoulders. But if Zachariah Branch has that pop, if he had that Jameson Williams type year, which I ain't going to say he's going to have 1,700 yards and like 13, 14 touchdowns like Jameson Williams did, or something like that. But if he can give Georgia at the end of January 1,200, 1,300 receiving yards and 12 touchdowns, 11 touchdowns, and a few rushing yards, off end rounds or something, and like 2 or 3 kick return touchdowns, or punt return, whatever, special team touchdowns, he could change Georgia wide receiver. Like I say, which is I say, Georgia had Lamb. Georgia been having some solid wide receivers. A.D. Mitchell transferred, but A.D. Mitchell was that dude for Texas, and he would have been for Georgia. Lamb McConkey made the top 100 list as a rookie. You know what I'm saying? So Georgia has wide receivers. A lot of times, Georgia Pickens, of course, they just got to stay healthy. Like, that's been Georgia's problem. They get the wide receivers, they just can't stay healthy, or they transfer. But if Zachariah Branch could come in Georgia and have an elite year, and you look in April, and his name is called in the first round, that could really, college football is through. If Georgia can sell dreams, not even sell dreams, but now they can go into a 5-star from Florida or Texas, or keep the 5-star wide receivers in Georgia or Alabama, you know what I'm saying, can really walk into a 5-star room, or house, I should say, and tell you that, hey, if you stay down, trust the process, we can put you in the first round. You don't have to go to LSU, Ohio State, Alabama. You know what I'm saying? We can put you in the first round ourselves if you come to Georgia. And if that's the case, with the Georgia already getting the defense, I mean, Georgia's going to get defensive players. They're going to get, you know what I'm saying? They're going to get them regardless. But if they can, and they're going to get the tight ends regardless. And that's another thing I want to talk about. I might talk about another video. It's already 7 minutes. This is wide receivers. But if they can, don't even sell dreams no more. Like, they can really have the proof in the pudding in the product with Lamb McConkey and George Pickens. You know what I'm saying? Potentially, possibly A.D. Mitchell, because like I said, he stayed at Georgia for 3 years or 2 years. And you know what I'm saying? All these dudes, like I say, Jermaine Burr, we had Jermaine Burr. You know what I'm saying? If they can do that, and now in each cycle, Georgia's signing up a 5-star wide receiver or a high 4-star wide receiver each cycle. Like I said, line it up. Like I said, you got Dylan Bell coming back, who should be better. You know what I'm saying? Got your player wide receiver. Now he can be all over the field. You know what I'm saying? Or Zachariah Branch, Dylan Bell, London Humphreys, who should be better, have a better year. You know what I'm saying? Kobe Young, who was destined to have at the rate he would have a solid year if he never gets suspended. And one of the freshmen, like I said, you got Zacoby White and all them. Zacoby White. But one of the freshmen, which every year, every top team from the past 10 years or whatnot, each top team have a freshman, a true freshman. Like, as far as I can remember, like each year, like it's always a true freshman who just have a elite year. You know what I'm saying? Like have a star player potential or elite year. You know what I'm saying? Like Georgia, like I said, 2020 was Jermaine Burton on offense. 2021, it was Brock Bowers. You know what I'm saying? And 2022, who was it? I don't know. But you get what I'm saying though. Where you have this freshman that comes in and just, well, you already know on defense it was Malachi Starks in 2022. But you get what I'm saying though. Like every year, it's always Georgia gonna have, every top team gonna have a true freshman that comes in and makes a name for itself. And if Talon Taylor or C.J. Wiley can be that star, you know what I'm saying? I ain't expecting them to be Ryan Williams or Jeremiah Smith, you know what I'm saying, or George Pickens. But if they could come in, Talon Taylor could come in and be Don Blaylock, you know what I'm saying? Don Blaylock was all SEC freshman first team, second team, first or second team. I think it was second team. But if he could come in, Talon Taylor, if he comes in, or C.J. Wiley, whoever, one of the freshman wide receivers comes in and ball out, you know what I'm saying? If they come in and have they very good type of year, then Georgia wide receiver room can easily be top 5. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, LSU wide receiver room, LSU wide receiver room is good. I'm very high on LSU right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm very high, and you're gonna see in the prediction videos and all that. You know how high I'm is on LSU, but if Georgia wide receiver room can stay healthy, and it's just speaking on the wide receivers. I ain't even speaking on the running backs and tight ends. I'll make another separate video about that. But the wide receiver room, if Zachariah Branch comes in and take over, which is, if he been getting the hype, if him and Kobe, with the hype I'm getting right now, is Kobe Young is looking like first round, second round pick. I mean, he probably gonna fall in the third or fourth round, you know, due to the outfield issues. But right now, he's looking like, from what I hear from the Georgia insiders, like Kobe Young is giving everybody on all the DBs work. KJ Bolden, Dalen Everett, all them is getting worked by Kobe Young. So if Kobe Young can transition that into the season and stay healthy and stay out of trouble, you looking, let's say, Zachariah Branch, he very well could go in the first round. Noah Thomas can go in the second, third round. Kobe Young can go in the second, third round. So think about that. If Georgia can have a first round wide receiver and Zachariah Branch, a second round wide receiver Noah Thomas, and a third round wide receiver and Kobe Young, and then have a true freshman that take over Alana Humphreys, a better Alana Humphreys in the wide receiver room, and Dylan Bell probably going in the fourth, fifth round. Like, Georgia can very well have a top wide receiver room, top 5 wide receiver room in college football. Definitely. And just watch it. They just got to stay healthy, though. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. I'm going to make another video. It's already 12 minutes. But yeah, let me know what y'all think, though.